Yeah, this is a service I did. It's an electrical service uh, where you put a meter for FPNL, but of course electricians do all the work, and FPNL doesn't do any work. We're the one that installs everything. All they have to do is come hook it up. But here's what I did. Okay, this is a line side coming from FPNL that we have to pipe in, come up here to the meter, where the meter is, and we have to connect that, and then that sends the load over here to the breaker, and then we have to hook that up, and that goes up into the house. And from there, it goes on up to the top of the house, and then that goes over to the panel. So that's what feeds the panel. And another key that people don't know is, if you look, the neutrals and the grounds are bonded, meaning they're together. Now, you can only do that at your first means of disconnect. So outside, here's a 200 amp main breaker, right? So that's your first means of disconnect, meaning you can bond the neutrals and the grounds out here, but in the panel they have to be separated. Now, if this breaker was inside, then you can bond them inside the panel instead of out here. And what that does, electricity follows the path of least resistance, therefore it'll go to the ground instead of going all the way back out to FPNL's pole. So what happens is, if something happens and something grounds out, the electricity goes through this ground wire. I'll follow it. It goes all the way down through this ground wire, through the cabinet, and then it goes outside to a pipe, and that's piped in all the way down to here. And that there's a 10-foot ground rod that's 10 foot in the ground, and that has that same wire hooked up into it. It goes through that, and then it goes over 6 feet, and then you have another ground rod. The new code is you have to put 2 ground rods in. So that's your grounding system. So what happens is that current, if there's a problem and the breaker trips, this is where you want your voltage to go, directly into the ground, and not back up to FPNL's pole, because it's just it takes milliseconds to stop your heart. So it's faster for that electricity to ground out right here instead of having to go all the way back out to FPNL's neutral, all the way back out to the pole. So it could save your life by the ground rod here. So, but, yep, I'm Chad Cataldo, and this is the work I do.